Every single day, your body sends you the same signal. Your jaw tightens, your shoulders rise, your breath gets shallow. And every single day, you push through it. You pour another coffee, you open another tab. You tell yourself this is just how life works. But your body knows something your mind refuses to accept. 2,000 years ago, the Roman philosopher Seneca watched people rush through their days, filling every moment with busyness, never pausing, never arriving. And he wrote a warning that could have been penned yesterday. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Before your eyes even open, your hand reaches for a screen. You move from notification to notification, thought to thought, without ever pausing. And scientists at Queen's University wanted to measure something most of us never consider: the raw volume of mental transitions happening inside your brain every single day. What they found was staggering. The average human brain produces 6,200 distinct thoughts every single day. Not deep reflections, not complete ideas. 6,200 rapid-fire transitions from one mental thread to the next, published in the journal Nature Communications. A mind that never stops spinning, even when you beg it to. That is not thinking. That is a mind in a permanent state of emergency. A machine running at a speed it was never engineered to sustain. And the worst part, you have been running this way for so long that you have forgotten what stillness even feels like. You have mistaken the noise for normal. But it is not normal. It was never normal. And it is not just your thoughts. Your hands betray you too. The average person picks up their phone 186 times per day. 186 interruptions, 7 hours of screen time. Every single day of your life. Not because you choose to, but because the habit now runs deeper than choice. And somewhere deep inside you, beneath the noise and the schedules and the endless scrolling, a part of your brain that is older than language itself is sending you a message. It is saying, this was never the plan. This pace, this noise, this constant state of alert, none of it was designed for a creature like you. Modern neuroscience now has a name for what you are experiencing. They call it evolutionary mismatch. For 99% of human history, your ancestors lived in small bands, walking slowly through forests, sitting around fires, watching the sky change. The transition from that ancient rhythm to the speed of modern life happened far too fast for human biology to keep up. Your ancestors did not wake to alarms. They woke with the sun. Their mornings began in silence, not in a flood of notifications. They did not have calendars packed with back-to-back obligations. Their days moved with the rhythm of the seasons. And their nervous systems were calibrated for exactly that pace, slow, present, and deeply connected to the world around them. 400 years ago, long before the smartphone, long before the internet, long before any of the noise we now accept as normal, a French mathematician and philosopher named Blaise Pascal looked at the human condition and wrote something that still echoes today. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. 4 centuries later, we have not only failed to learn that lesson, we have built an entire civilization dedicated to preventing it. Every app, every algorithm, every push notification is engineered with a single purpose: to ensure you never sit quietly with yourself. Stillness has become the one thing the modern world cannot tolerate, and you are paying the price with your peace. And the acceleration is staggering when you see it laid out. For 200,000 years, the fastest a human could travel was the speed of a horse. In 1825, the steam locomotive changed everything. By 1969, we reached the moon. And now, information moves at the speed of light. Your biology did not evolve for any of this. But here is where this story turns, and this is the part one need you to hear. Because while modern science is only just beginning to measure what this pace does to your body and mind, ancient traditions across the world have understood the remedy for thousands of years. And now, for the first time in history, the science is catching up to the wisdom. A study from the University of Michigan found something remarkable. Just 20 minutes of walking in a natural environment, not running, not exercising, just walking, reduces cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, by over 20%, 20 minutes. No app required. No monthly subscription, no guided session. Just your feet on the earth and a rhythm your body has always remembered. The Vietnamese Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh spent his entire life teaching this truth. He did not teach people to achieve more. He taught people to arrive, in this moment, in this breath, in the simple act of drinking a cup of tea. He said, "Drink your tea slowly and reverently, as if it is the axis on which the world revolves. Only this moment is life." And this understanding is not confined to one tradition or one corner of the world. In Japan, they practice Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing, a government-endorsed health practice. In Tibet, monks sit in vipassana, absolute stillness, for hours without moving. In India, the yogic tradition teaches pratyahara, the conscious withdrawal of the senses from the outer world. Different words, different continents, different centuries, separated by thousands of miles and thousands of years of history, and yet every single one of these traditions arrived independently at the same conclusion, that the deepest form of human activity is not doing more, it is being more. Stillness is not the absence of work, it is the foundation upon which everything truly meaningful is built. And perhaps no one captured this truth more perfectly than the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. 2,500 years before brain scans, before cortisol tests, before clinical trials, he offered the world a single sentence that holds more truth than 1,000 productivity books. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Think about that for a moment. The rivers do not rush, the trees do not panic about tomorrow, the seasons do not skip ahead, and yet the entire natural world operates in perfect, effortless order, without urgency, without anxiety, without a single deadline. Perhaps the question is not how to do more, but how to need less. And the neuroscience is now proving what the monks always knew. Brain imaging studies published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences show that regular meditation significantly reduces activity in the default mode network, the part of your brain responsible for mind-wandering, self-criticism, and anxious rumination. When you choose stillness, your brain literally begins to rewire itself for calm. So here is the question that only you can answer. And I do not mean the quick automatic answer your mind is already preparing. I mean the real one. The one that lives underneath the noise. How fast are you actually willing to keep going? Before you stop and ask yourself, is this the pace I want to carry for the rest of my life? Your ancestors spent hours each day in silence. You spend hours each day in noise. They walk through forests. You scroll through feeds. They watch sunsets. You watch screens. The difference between their world and yours is not technology. It is where you place your attention. And attention is still something you get to choose. You were never meant to live this fast. Not because you are weak. Not because you lack discipline, but because you are human. And human beings were built for presence, not productivity. For depth, not speed. For moments that breathe. Somewhere in the noise of your day, there is a silence waiting for you. Not tomorrow, not after the next task. Right now, in this breath, in this one still moment.